You won't mistake Palm Warbler and Yellow-rumped Warbler during the breeding season. But in the fall and winter, Palm Warblers can be hard to pick out from the abundant Yellow-rumped Warblers. They both have very similar plumage. In fact, since they both have yellowish rumps, you may be seeing Palm Warblers and not even realizing it. This is especially a problem in the West, where Palm Warblers are much more rare than in the East. Welcome. My name is Greg, and I've been watching birds for over 50 years. During that time, I've found Palm Warblers only 20 times in the West, and only 3 of those were in the spring. In this video, I'll show you the key plumage points that separate these birds, and I'll tell you about the unique behaviors and habitat of Palm Warblers that makes them easier to find. Even if both Palm Warbler and Yellow-rumped Warblers look quite similar in non-breeding plumage, there's one field mark that clinches the ID. Look at the undertail coverts to see a quick and easy way to tell these birds apart. Palm Warblers have extensive yellow undertail coverts. The undertail coverts of Yellow-rumped Warblers are white. The undertail covert color is a crucial mark to separate Palm and Yellow-rumped Warbler. But if you're not seeing Palm Warblers, it may be because you're not looking in the right place. Their habitat and behavior is quite different from other warblers. Let's finish looking at additional plumage identification characters, then I'll explain what I mean about their habitat and behavior. Yellow-rumped Warblers are highly variable. Of course, there is a white-throated eastern form and a yellow-throated western form. Males are more boldly patterned than females, but both are duller in winter. And immature birds in their first winter are duller yet. We mentioned the white undertail coverts. Notice that there's often a bright patch of yellow on the side of the breast below the wing of Yellow-rumped Warbler. Also notice that the wing bars are obvious and white. The face is usually quite plain with a thin broken eye ring. The rump is always bright yellow and usually obvious. When we compare the Palm Warbler, we see the yellow undertail coverts. The rump is yellow-green, but not as bright as Yellow-rumped Warbler. Those two locations are usually the only yellow on the non-breeding Palm Warbler in fall and winter. There are pale edges on the wing coverts, but they don't form strongly marked white wing bars. When we compare the face, Palm Warbler has a definite pale eyebrow and a dark line through the eye, breaking the eye ring. Let's compare them side by side, and then we'll look at the undertail pattern and call notes before I talk about the behavior and habitat clues. Notice especially the difference in undertail coverts, wing bars, and face pattern. One more thing to look at, the tail pattern. Notice on this Palm Warbler that the base of the tail is black and the tip is broadly white. The tail pattern of Yellow-rumped Warblers is slightly different. The interior of the tail is white and the outside edges are black, sometimes across the tip. Most warblers have unique tail patterns. It is something you see when looking at them high overhead in the trees. You may be able to hear a difference in these birds' call notes. The Audubon's Yellow-rumped Warbler call is a rising chit. The Myrtle Yellow-rumped Warbler call is a hard chep. The Palm Warbler call is a smacking chap, flatter and softer than Yellow-rumped Warbler. Yellow-rumped Warblers are social, often found in small flocks. They flycatch and actively chase insects in the lower canopy, but also sit in the open for a longer time than many warblers. When they fly to change locations, they often call. Palm Warblers habitually forage on the ground, hopping. They constantly wag their tails, as seen in this video. Yellow-rumped Warblers are found in many wooded habitats. In migration and winter, they like broken and mixed woods and riparian areas. They can be found in treetops, brush piles, lawns. Here's a photo of a wooded park that represents the kind of places they like. Here's an image on the Oregon coast where I'd look for Palm Warblers in winter. It has open, sandy ground with widely spaced low bushes and scrubby, wind-sculpted lodgepole or shore pine. Look for them especially right on sandy or gravel paths or fence lines along them. Here's an image from San Diego. Note the similar open sandy ground and low bushes. Check those little landscaping bushes right up next to the building, too. On cold winter mornings, that may be where the insects are. Those are my tips for finding and identifying palm warblers. Now you'll be able to find them too. If you want to see my other bird identification videos, click on the video playlist. Thank you so much for watching.